studio to a CD, and they actually gave me a gold CD. I was shocked, but then the idea came between me and my brothers that, hey, we could put this out, you know? So I think, if I'm not wrong, Frank did the first phone calls, and then it ended up everybody was trying to get it done, so we got it done, and it's still going. People are going to buy some today, I hope. So, geez, there's some Paul Clevis, Eddie Collins was just up here, you know, and walking in the audience, seeing everybody. I remember everybody's face. I always said that. Some names, I even got some of the names right, you know. I'm 63, it's going. So anyway, again, there's got to be a lot more to say, but I don't think I should hog the show. Thank you very much. Thanks, Frank.
And he was worried about what he was going to say. Worst part of the whole thing, I got to follow that now. Awesome, just awesome. This day is just too much for me to handle in my mind. I try to say to myself, Frank, you know, just try to be cool. And it's hard, it's very hard. It's nice to see everybody here, especially since it is my father's wish that we would have a lot of grandchildren. We have more of my relatives here than we do the people from around. And I'm very happy about that, and I'm sure it'll please my father. And I know he's looking down on me and all of us. Thank you so much for being here. And I just can't help but thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I know without him, I wouldn't be here. And without him, we would have never got together at those great dances and enjoyed ourselves the way we did. I'm sure you agree. It got into the commercial of things, and everybody went, that's the great band and that. But I think you can agree with me, we were family. It wasn't a band who's good and who's not, and battle of the band thing. It was, we were all one family. We got together, and for one reason only, girls. Oh. I'm sorry. To have a good time. And am I right? It was to have a good time. As I look around, I see so many familiar faces, and John Hardock, my God, it's good to see you. All you people, Jim Drucker, came over to my radio station when I was a general manager, had my own show, and he brought in a record, Janie Americans, I think it was, She Cried. How many people remember that record? Yeah. Great record. And we talked about that. He also brought the album over, and I never had it at that time, but since I started collecting, those cruising albums that were out. And I taped it, if I remember, but Dick Biondi was doing a show in Reading, PA with Connie Francis, Freddie Boom Boom Cannon, and a lot of VIPs, and we were mentioned right on that album. And that was one of my pride and joys, that album. So I finally collected, I got a hold of one right now. So I'm very happy about that. There are so many people to thank. It's just, if I miss anybody, it's only because I can't get it all out. But there were big icons that should be thanked. Dick Clark, who took a personal interest in our group. And unfortunately, because of business things, it never evolved into anything. Jerry Blavin. And, you know, you mentioned Eddie about being on the show when he moved up to WCAU TV on City Line Avenue. Joe Newell attest for this.